Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a product review. I've had some friends for a while now who've had these bone conduction headphones, and they talked about how much they'd love them. And so, out of curiosity, I went and I bought myself a pair. This is Walmart's ONN brand, On, I imagine it's called. And these are their bone conduction headphones. And so, I picked these up for about 55 bucks. It wasn't too expensive, all things considered, especially with the prices and quality of headphones these days. And quality is what you're looking for in a pair of headphones, especially as for myself. I work on my feet all day. I don't have the chance to strike much conversation with others. So having a pair of headphones is essential for me. A lot of the benefit you get out of these is, as you can tell, there's no speakers in them. These vibrate your cheekbones, and you're able to hear music or whatever it is you're listening to. Uh, of course, I mentioned quality. I think the first thing I noticed about these was that I didn't notice any drop in quality from my regular headphones, which was quite impressive. I listened to high kilobits per second MP3 files, stuff typically people don't get their hands on. And so being able to hear the high quality, the more bass that comes with that kind of audio quality is really convenient with these headphones. Um, of course, there are some drawbacks to be had. One thing you'll notice is that the battery life is pretty short. It's about 7 hours, at least in my experience. I know the box says 8, but I've been using these for about half a year now, and that's about how the long they last throughout the workday. Something else you'll notice for these is that they can be somewhat quiet. The benefit of that is that I don't think you'll experience much hearing damage at all if you're listening to this at high volume. I know, as for myself, I really like my music loud, and so this is a benefit to me because I want to listen to things for a long time. Of course, if you're listening to something like an audiobook or a podcast, you're going to want to turn the volume up on these pretty high. And I think that's what leads to early loss of battery life, is because it has to work so hard on vibrating these so you can hear what you're listening to. These are difficult to use in a high volume situation if you're working with heavy machinery, that kind of thing. One thing I have noticed, however, is that if you have an earplug in one of your ears, you'll be able to hear it much better. And that's what I do when I tend to work with heavy machinery at my job, is I have one earplug in so I can listen to whatever it is I'm listening to. This also makes it so you don't have to turn the volume up all that high. So that is my personal application of this product. I think it is very high quality as far as Walmart things go. This is a trusted brand. I've used headphones from them before, and these are not too expensive, I'm happy to say. For a price of $55, you can get yourself quite a nice set of headphones. They'll last you quite a while. These can be fragile, naturally. This is metal right here. It will snap if you step on it. I've already gone through a pair that way. Something nice that they have, though, is you'll notice that this is magnetic, and that, I think, is so it'll keep this round shape that can forms to your head pretty nicely. It never presses too hard for me. It's always pretty light. I do notice I get some dirt buildup here because of where I work, but as far as headphones go, these work wonderfully. They're good to, I think, save your hearing. They're good to, especially if you have an environment where you need to be communicating with people, have something in the background that you're not focused on. Of course, I typically use headphones that have plugs, and so that can be a difficulty. But with these, I can listen, I can have a full conversation and still have something going on in the background, still understand it pretty well. Turn up the volume when it comes to something like an audiobook or a podcast. Just keep that in mind. Overall, I think this product is quite worth it. I'd recommend going out and getting yourself a pair if you're curious. These things are really nice to have.